This is a call to anyone in authority. Every politician, judge, lawyer, police officer, social worker, agency head, and leader who has ever taken a salary or accepted the responsibility of protecting the public. She's just a character, right? Or is she a spy? Is she haunted? Multiple personalities. Maybe an exceptional actress caught in a role she didn't audition for. But here's the twist. What if her game is actually yours? Every scene, every word, every glitch you ignore, that's all a clue. There are no coincidences, and nothing here is ever random. If you haven't figured it out yet, ask yourself why not. Start paying attention to what triggers you, because that might be the exact thing you've been missing. Welcome to the game. If you claimed you could do the job, then it's time to honor the principles and integrity you swore to uphold. Because here's the truth. There has been no justice. Not for me, not for countless others. This is a lifetime of abuse and injustice. And I have gone to the extreme to prove it, and still no one has done their job. Why not? I am now calling on Canada directly to look into this case because enough is enough. This isn't just about my story, it's about what it represents. A global problem, a historical problem, one tied to sex trade, sex trafficking, corruption, and silencing of victims. The fact that this business has made no money is not a failure. It's proof. Proof that I've chosen integrity over profit, and that my mission has always been about education and the truth, even when the world didn't want to hear it. So here's the challenge. If you've ever taken a paycheck, a pension, a bonus, or a title for doing a job that claims to protect, investigate, or uphold justice, who are you really? Who are you pretending to be? Because it's time to actually prove it.
I'm fully aware now for myself. So these cycles of addiction, the core and the base will be the same for anyone, no matter what their addiction is, because it has to do with the psychology piece. Myself happens to be food for me is an issue because of the thoughts around food. Yes, but it's not that. So you can overeat, right, in a day, so I can get out of control. And just the way I ate yesterday, for some people, would be even almost so what, a regular day wouldn't even be that much per se. But I did eat, so I overate on cakes and treats and different things because I was in a situation that was high anxiety for me, triggered around, and that is the anxiety around, and I go to food. It's a coping mechanism for me around social settings. However, the different degrees of social setting based on the type of people as well in the environment. And then for myself, the self-punishment of the thoughts and the talks, but I know it's high anxiety and fear. And in this moment, processing so much as a PTSD part of everything and feeling so trapped. I'm trapped because of everything I can't talk about. And I can't talk about it because I've never been safe. And I'm terrified because nobody has done their jobs when I talked about just basic things for safety. So I do not trust professionals. They ruined my life. I do not trust people who claim to be friends. I do not trust blood. I do not trust. I don't. That's why a person, there's different degrees of why people would end their lives. I tried to end mine once without a warning. I've been trying to save it. However, the thoughts I have are every day. Not as much as they were. I can't say that in a lot. But since trying to seek help in 2020, those thoughts came back because of that. And it's been long, 5.5 years later. And the thing about a work I've done, I just go, what is it?
And that's the thing with him too. It's like I don't talk to anybody else. I don't do anything, whatever. And like it's like when it was a thing where I cared, like in whatever. Yeah, it's nice. You want to talk to this person all the time, but you never listen to me or really talk. Like it's like a bit of things on the phone. You kind of interrupt my day. Like because he doesn't have anyone else to talk to. Like yet he talks all the time, but and he has a million people that he talks to, whereas I have limited people I talk to, but I don't get to actually ever talk, hence why I talk to my phone. Properly last night. I'm so upset. I would describe how I feel, the energy and the irritation and the anger. So the police call was a trigger because like I'm desperate for help. I've been crying out for help for 2 fucking years to Canada, and you've only abused me. There's no help on this side. That's the thing. I have been desperate for help. I don't trust the police. You fucked me. I don't trust the doctors. You fucked me. I don't trust lawyers. You fucked me. I have been the victim this entire time trying to protect my child, and you all fucked me. I have been abused. I've only been the one who's been abused, and only the one who's been trying to help the world. This is trying to help the world too, spreading more love, and it's a healing for me because I get out things that I'm hoping people wake up and go, fuck, there's something else going on here that I need to fucking investigate for themselves. That part, this is business. You fucking see logos, you dumb idiots. You fucking see that, look, I am worthy. And somebody interprets that and goes to a police station, they're the ones with mental health issues. And I'm tired of being the middleman in this. Like, talk to each other. I've never denied discipline from that. I needed help. It's like I disagree with if you get into a relationship, you guys you have to be on the same page with discipline too. Not interrupting and stop, like, it's fucked. I wanted help and I don't get help. It's like she communicates to me to communicate to him, he communicates, and I'm like, and they don't talk to each other, and then I have to do, and I'm like, fuck, this is not a family. And through all of it, because you're not allowed to discipline, you're not allowed to do it, you're not, like, on the other side, I'm like, fuck, I'm not ever allowed to have an opinion, I'm never allowed to talk, I'm having to fucking navigate everybody else's fucking feelings, like, fuck off. So. And obviously not seeing my worth. And it's a tough thing because, like, my head exploded when I started this ClickFunnels challenge thing. I went, oh yeah, my worth is whatever. And then I went into, from where I was into a different world of going, well, I don't want to do anything and I'm, more worthy, but you have to earn that. And because my internal and my low self-worth after being abused for so long, so low, I have a hard time in the financial area because it's a self-worth thing. I can give and give and give, but receiving is so hard. So it cycles back around, right? I even said in this process and in this thing, right? And I'm making jokes, find my verified account. I only really use Instagram and Facebook. So that would put, and I've never talked to Mark Zuckerberg or his wife or anybody associated with any of those things. Never. Chloe, stop it. I said, right, oh, find my verified account. I understand like even when I said in the beginning with Steve Larson's stuff, I'm like, why can I see it on this account, but I can't see it on that account? I just figured out that they can block things, move things around, whatever. I'm like, well, I'll use that to my advantage.
I'm sitting in my car. My parents are inside. I had to talk to my ex-husband, who doesn't take any responsibility for anything. He actually just says, yeah, I like, he believes he's been perfect, and that's the thing. So he, like, and I know, and I have to suck it up again. And that's why I'm so unwell. Um,
I'm trying to save my life. I'm saying I have mental health issues because I'm not okay because I've been abused, and you label me and mistreat me and fucking take more away and continue to abuse me. The system is only proven to be incompetent. That's 1,000,000%. So I'm looking for people who are actually going, that's not right, and willing to actually not be cowards. Because right now, the police department, you're fucking cowards. The fucking lawyers, you're cowards. Judges, you're fucking cowards. Politicians, you're cowards. I've only seen cowards. Lawyers, you're fucking cowards. You're all fucking cowards. Doctors, you're cowards. You care about your jobs. Pharmaceutical companies, if you can't see, the educational system is based on the government, which is based on a lie. It's amazing how quickly people forget the parts and the sacrifices you have to do because you stay quiet, yet they somehow in their mind want to convince themselves that they're the fucking ones who have done so much. And if they've done so much, they don't fucking understand what you've really had to give up because you don't talk about it. So why should I have to fucking beg and be on this fucking, oh my god, thank you so much, for my own goddamn money, the stuff I fucking earned, yet I'm supposed to kiss somebody else's fucking ass? Bullshit. It is so fucking sick and unjust. However, there's no other way to do it. You have to play the fucking bullshit game to get through everybody else's bullshit because everybody's egos are so fucked. These egos are so fucked. I hate men. I have really hated men for what they have done to our society. And I hate the women who have fucking taken part and allowed it. And I'm only interested in the ones who are fucking evolved enough to make this shit stop. Because I am so sick of pretending to be stupid. Also, in all of this tagging, right? So if I'm tagging all these people, that could be a made up person. Like, this is the educational component. So I saw yesterday on the news, right, this guy luring children into, getting kids or whatever to send them send him pictures of them, and they're doing these things. Why? He uses celebrities' names and accounts, and then the kids think they're talking to a celebrity, and then they do these things, and then they send these pictures or whatever else, and then God knows what, like, obviously he's a pervert and doing terrible things, and then he's turning around and selling them or whatever it is, right? And then these kids are being, and then what happens is those kids are going to feel disgusted, shameful that they were I get it, because I've been down that road too, right? Like, in that, with these pedophile, these things, right? So it's the educational components on all of that. I understand my images were used to lure people in. They had to have been. It's impossible not to at this point, which would turn around. Like I said, I've never but after 2 years of putting, the richest, smartest people's names together in categories and sticking to that story consistently, right? Because that's a God component of what I see, right? When I have no interaction with these people, they're going to be in a situation that looks bad. So it's September 30th, 2023. I currently feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. I feel completely lost at this moment. I'm massively overwhelmed. Things are not okay. I'm definitely suicidal. If something doesn't change, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't keep going like this anymore. I feel like when I tried to kill myself, November 30th, 2021, I've never had a fear of failure. Never. So that part's easy. Failing is easy. My issue is fear of success. For so long. So I'm not saying I'm against the government, but I am saying I'm asking the government, when are you going to do your jobs? Because none of you, especially anyone who's been elected in a position, has earned them yet. Not one of you. Until I actually see help on this side. Because you've only proven to fail, and because I'm saying I am an example of what's happening. I interviewed the patients, and all of them said they lied to the doctors to get out. They went there originally for help, then they lied to get out of it. So you doctors don't know shit about your patients. I do. So start fucking asking the questions properly, and start asking the people who've lived through the trauma how to cope. Not your textbooks are fucking irrelevant. You might as well blow them all up or burn them because you're completely incompetent. Completely incompetent. You should never come home to a house or environment and if somebody's a little bit off, wonder, like, what did I do wrong? And, like, did I do everything right? And is it okay? Because you're so in fear. And that's what I've realized. There's never been really a day in my life I haven't lived that to feel that way. This is literally the problem, is that he cannot acknowledge anything. And this is why, like, so asshole triggers me. I'm trying to get, like, but because he's got all this other stuff on his plate, he gets angry and he interprets it a totally different way that's absolutely wrong. And every day I have to fucking feed into his ego every day just to keep the peace. And you have no idea how hard this is, but I also need him to help me to get my child back. And I hate this. I fucking hate this. And this is how corporations, you can see that added stress there. You can see the added stress of fucking not believing women have rights, the added stress of being labeled mentally ill, the added stress of child services not knowing how to do their job, the added the added stress of everything, the whole world. And you sit and live in judgment because you have money. Go fuck yourselves. You're the pieces of shit. We're at the part where I threw my phone because of him and broke it. Right. There's this circling around, right? Like, so I did like, I've never completed really things. I do all of these courses, certifications, all this, and then I don't complete it. Why? My issue is fear of success. Fear of success. They work, right? People can build a funnel in 30 days. Look at the fucking things that I've taken through, and I'm not making any money in my company. I followed a spiritual journey and blah, blah, blah. But what's the core underlining issue here? Right? I'm getting close to the end of even releasing all these videos, and I have to stop doing that. I have to stop talking to my phone, doing these videos, and specifically on November 30th or whatever. Why? Because it's taking up too much of my time, which is a distraction. Why? From the next step of the business, because I'm in this coaching thing. I'm at my next level where I have to push through. Why? To actually make the business make sense, and it's at the point where it's going to turn around and make money for real this time. And what's that issue? My fear. Why? Because now on top of it, I know as these storylines that I see from that perspective, I'm not where I was before, right? Thinking fucking I'm married to Jim Carrey, who's Jesus. Like, I know that's not a healthy mindset and those things. Did it bring in a God component to heal things, to go through a story, to show me a different world of where I think I belong? I believe that, yes. And that's faith. But I can't be in that perspective where, like, I have to, like, cut that off and be a normal person to just, right, follow my path as Candace, build a business, do those things. But what's my core issue still is my fear and my self-worth being so low. Why? Because everybody's just abused me. And in his mind, he's doing me all these, like, he actually thinks, like, he's made it up. Like, he's done these, he's moved on, he's whatever, he's made up, like, he made it up to me, right? Like, that's what he thought when we got back to, I'm not going to cheat on you, he cheated on me, I know this now with his first wife, like, and that's based on all the lies, based on all the things, and piecing it together with what happened. I know now he cheated on me when we first got back together with his ex-wife. Now I know, and all the lies and stuff, he's that good of a liar. He has no idea he's that good of a liar. But his ex, Aaron, is that good of a liar. They're perfect for each other. And look at what Brooke has to deal with. But I had no idea I was caught up in that mess, because I'm not like that. That's the fuck. I got sucked into that. And the reality is, I saved his reputation. He destroyed mine. You get that? I saved his reputation. He destroyed mine because of how he talks about me and those different, and the picture he painted, because everybody knew in the industry what he was doing, but nobody spoke up. Why? Because he's a man, he's in a power position, and he's out doing all of these things, but what? I'm just a model. Just a whore, just this and that. I wasn't cheating, I wasn't whoring, I wasn't doing any of those things. His mind, though, that's how he sees women that look a certain way. So I was put into that category and mistreated and misrepresented by the person that I trusted the most. I was betrayed by him, but I had no fucking idea. And even now, who's building his reputation and all those things? Me. But the irony of all of these things, I still have, because why? Because people shit on the woman. I had a dream last night, in particular, about my ex-husband on the phone, and then saying that he was, I'm abusive or whatever it was. It was basically lies. And that dream, just being near him, made me sick. I woke up, I'm shaking, I'm like, I don't feel, or like whatever. I'm depressed, like it physically, it takes me back to what happened to me in 2020 and what he put me through in that situation, but how hysterical I was and unwell. But I understand now from his lies and deception and everything else, the impact that that's had. I also understand now in present timeline, having taken him back to court, I do a lot of things that draw attention to a story. However, that story is my own and anyone in relation. I have never once made up a lie about anyone. I tell fiction through jokes and things with people that I know have good spirits, who I've had in my lifetime I've been blessed, a lot of people I know, a lot of friends, a lot of people with great senses of humor, and then also almost calling in people that I know would think along the same way. No, we've never, it's super frustrating. He acts like he doesn't care if it's a guy or whatever in conversations in business. He always cares. And that's why, again, not fully free. Move temporarily, different location, everything would be fantastic. But again, to be honest, you guys have taken it because of the timeline stuff and what you tell me and how you fucked with my head for a year and a half. I honestly don't trust you in timelines anymore. That's not a joke. I want to move. I'd love a different location, but I don't know if that's where, I am going crazy here. I hate this place every single day. That's not a lie. I fucking hate it. And this place makes me depressed. But you also know I won't really move and be motivated. I'm not well. So, and then that's the truth. Like what you guys tell me in timelines, I don't know who's fucking with me or not. And that's why I don't trust you with timelines. You guys have really fucked me over. Like, you've lost my trust that way. You gained my trust for the grand scheme of life, but you lost my trust. So understand that. You lost my trust. I just had a meeting with a lawyer, and so I actually question why people have jobs. It's sad. Like, just the basic thing, the truth of the story, the conditions that I've gone through in explaining this. A person wouldn't, the mental health conditions that I've had, that's on record, and what I've had to go through. I worked, my ex-husband was my boss. I wasn't able to do anything, file taxes, do any of those things. He had all the financial control. I'm left with nothing other, and I didn't get to see a lawyer. And the things the lawyer's asking me for to move to the next step, just as common sense go, that's very concerning. That he can't even comprehend the basic things on what would be what to do. It's mind-blowing. This is so frustrating.
I don't skunk in that.
In there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys have a skunk spray or?
Chloe.
She got right in the face. Literally, the skunk was basically.
That's awful.
We were all here. It came in the house. This was a week ago.
Because I never asked him, even before we were married, when we were married, after we're married, whatever money, family money, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's not mine. Never thought about it. I definitely know there's something amiss though, because there's something weird. Like I said, the sneakiness and all that. That's why I'm leaving. I just hope I can leave faster, because the negative energy and stuff, it's not healthy. Even if it's not coming, like, it's now me just going, ugh. I think it's been well over a year and a half. Just, it's healthiest if we had space. The irony of having to make a video and to do this video is really to show kind of a mix of both. So in between the issues faced with the PTSD, the trauma, and really being a victim and not having justice. And if they were to look at the details in Canada, seeing that that's true, that would be any basic journalist would be able to actually find out the truth and the situation in my life in particular, because it would be public. My trust in relationships is gone. It's gone. I'm having a faith that there's something else there, but what do I want to do now? I'm right at the end, and instead of feeling better, look at me, I'm getting worse. I'm not getting better again. I'm getting worse. Because when it gets close to the things being real, then I fall apart. But I have to do that part on my own, right? Like, I have to build the business, get it going, make a money, and see my self-worth before I can even get into a place of crossing over into meeting or talking to anybody who I believe, right? No evidence, who I believe has been helping me. So it goes back to the verification thing, right? That would be a first step of, if I know realistically, after all the tagging I've done, after all the stuff I've done from that account, it looks like right now, it would realistically look like Zuckerberg, Elon, Jeff, all of them were just fucking with you and made a fake person who doesn't even exist. Like I'm saying, Anthem for the year 2000, that is, they would have fucked with let's common sense, technology that people have had in here, right? The Hollywood thing, all of that stuff, which my business has a component, right? Like with Darren being a part of Hollywood and all that stuff, X-Men in particular. So I'm definitely feeling a little discouraged right now, but that's such is life. It's just being a female, it's that time of month, yay, and I'm in a lot of pain, as well as I've been hitting the ribs, and that hurts a lot, and my thumb is in extreme pain, so I'm a little frustrated, but sticking with it because I made a commitment and I'm excited I did it, but definitely tired and kind of wanting to quit, but I won't. If I had a partner who helped me with my business, let's say the traditional, what I'm out doing, let's say this, I'm doing the sales, the marketing, putting the company together, everything. If I had somebody that actually fucking helped with admin, paying the bills, getting organized, fucking taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, taking care of that really does, let's say, and doesn't get paid for, partner, male or female, that's traditionally how a man gets ahead. You wouldn't have a fucking business without your partners. You just took advantage of your fucking partners. Generally, men took advantage of their wives. Those companies also are theirs. You should be paying. It would be unfair for you to call the police on me for standing up for myself. So, Steve had told me that he did not call the police on me. And that's what started this whole fucking thing. He directly lied. And that's why he's not responding to me. And he calls my dad. This guy had me so head fucked. And this is, I just had to understand that. And then this process. But he doesn't want it in a text and in a record. But he did absolutely threaten me then again and said he would call. And that's when I included, and it was in 2021, I believe, 2021, when he said, I'll call the police again and make sure you're arrested and put away for good. was a comment like that I went, I think this guy fucking was the one who called the police on me and made this up. And of course I was hysterical with the police or whatever else, because it's the energies of the abuse and the manipulation and the lies.
You have to care about your own life and wanting to save it. And that is, you know, what I'm working through. And that's what I would say, like my own, when I talk to the videos, what I've called my own programs and healing is trying to give me that strength. But when I come to the real reality, there's no evidence. And I don't want to, like, I've accepted people don't care about me. I get messages of people telling me they care about me. That's, to be honest, making it worse. Because people's words are not matching their actions. And that has been the problem. So right now, what I'm doing when I feel like this, I document it. I'm going to document it, and then I put it into something. What gives me some peace is if something were ever to happen to me, at least the truth would come out. They would know where my mental illness came from. And it was abuse.
Because I do feel invisible. But if you've had one of your parents' love, who've seen you, you'd have a hard time understanding. Neither of my parents ever saw mine. A woman doesn't have a man standing by him, there's something wrong with her. That's the problem here. That is the problem here. That people see, oh, we're together now and we're friends and blah, 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 and all of a sudden, and oh, wow, it must be something else. But guess who has to just take the hit? Guess who's just taking the hit? Yeah, I just want to be alone. I'm not mentally well. I've had a lifetime of abuse. He's my guardian angel. I've always been the one elevating everybody else around me while they fucking take from me. I've allowed it. That's on me. But I did not know. That's the difference. Because my self-worth is so low. Robin's self-worth was so low. So low. He didn't feel he deserved any of those things. And that's why I kept giving, because he had secrets. Which were so stupid. Because he didn't know how to deal with what I'm dealing with right now. What's inside me, these thoughts of, impure thoughts of, I fucking hate everyone. I'm doing all this and I fucking hate everyone. I don't want to care for anybody. I wish this dead. I wish everyone dead. At times, that's how dark it is. Do I always feel that way? No. But when I do, it's dark, and I didn't allow all those thoughts in. So from suicide to switch every day, murder visions, at least 100 times a day. At least.
Good? What's going on, guys? We're down here at Glendale Popeyes. We're going to do half-hourly giveaways, muscle tech, all day long, actually until 3. So we got the first one now. Who's going to draw?
I'll do the draw. All right, let's go. Ready? Actually, no, I don't want to do the draw because I don't want to read the name. Oh, Christine.
Christine. Coming right up.
Congratulations.
Because for justice. So for me, if somebody was watching me 24/7 in the last number of years, people can't change their character. Eventually that comes out. Or my character would prove in how I am and how I treat people, how good I am to people, how submissive I've had to be. And that's ironically why I do what I do, the books, the stuff, and the creation of being so much bigger, because I've been so oppressed and repressed, and because my abuse was real from a lifetime. And proving that and understanding that. And I also fight suicidal thoughts every day. And I'm in fear every day. That's the truth. I get these fake accounts or celebrities or Now, in real life, I do know celebrities. Do I interact and talk to them directly now? No, I haven't for many years. So, like, that's the one thing. And I've never been a name dropper. I've never been any of those people that says, like, oh, I know so-and-so and this and that, ever.
Seconds, no more. There should be something good in there.
And yeah, in addition to all this bullshit with the cop thing, I live with somebody who threatens me and says he'll call the cops and make up a lie just to get me out too with other stuff when I don't comply to what he wants, right? And that's another thing. Well, just leave. As people have said, I can't. That's what you're not understanding, the paradox of the situation. I'm not explaining myself again. If you don't understand my perspective from what this is happening and help, fuck you. Period. We've already made a team. So it's either you fucking jump on board and do what the fucking plan is, or go fuck yourself. We're done with you. Like, this is a clear cut 2 teams. We are fucking moving people around really fucking fast, and you're kicked off the fucking arc. Spirits have taken over her body to prove this, and she's been mentally ill, and she's standing up for all the mentally ill people who have been so fucking mistreated and abused and have been wronged, and the system is what created it, yet the system's what looks down on it. And that's been this global problem. So this job that I've been asked to do, I knew when I was in the hospital that I was asked to do that. I did. But how I could, with such low self-worth and being a nobody, and I'm still a nobody. I'm a nobody. Has been asked to do. And that's even like with, obviously like a voice in here, Charles Manson being one of the, like, how misunderstood in his time. Like, look at how you treated it. Like, that's what he was standing for, the planet and people and different things. And he's so angry because he's been abused. And you not understanding the side of abuse and how you've been continuously abusing people is why the world has been a mess. And I'm trying to repair it. And I was asked, I believe, by God when I was a child, after I was raped, to do that. And I believe I have. But now I have to let go of that just to have some sort of a life. And I'm jealous of all of you who have got to live, if I'm honest, because my life's been fake. Everything you see, this model, this girl making jokes, who lived, didn't live. That's why traditionally, women are so emotional, they blah, 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 they shut down. Well, I've shut down, and then you have a breakdown. That's mental illness, because you're not allowed to have a voice, you're not allowed to have an opinion. You don't have somebody in your life you can talk to. But now there's a difference when people want to fucking talk on repeat about the same things over and over just to keep themselves sick. I'm trying to get well. Yeah, we'll talk about Steve's energy shifts as I posting pictures, and then, right, a couple things. It's the energy, but I'm getting better at dealing with it. But his little fits, yeah, I'll talk about that later. I'm just aware of it now. See, it's a very real thing. I don't know if he's lying or not. That's how much I do not trust him. Like, I don't know, right? Like, this guy's, like, when I've known, it's like how much, actually the visions yesterday when it was Aaron and Steve back to get, like, in that scenario, and it was her brain and telling me how much he has lied to me and cheated on me. And I really had no idea. Like, I had no idea it was as bad as it was. And I'm just trying, like, that's the thing. So every time I try, like, feel bad, because that's my thing, right? I'm in this space, I'm taking up, I feel guilty, right? Like this, and like all the stuff in my head and in my mind and in everything is telling me stop feeling guilty for this fucking guy. He's a piece of shit. He, like, what I have deserved and what he has given me Like, I need to see how much better I deserve. Like, I get it. That's why I'm leaving. But I had no idea he was this bad of a liar. That's why I don't know. I'm just dealing. I just keep my head down and I just do my shit day by day. So the challenges of being a woman in the workforce, or a woman just in this, like, I'm sure in the workforce in general, but in this business, are tough. I went into a dealer today after it's a chaotic morning, this, that, and the other thing, but he pulled me into his office, and we sit down, and he starts asking if I'm single, if I'm not single, and questions about my past and everything, and, I tell, like, this is what I've been through. Why haven't you been with other men? Well, they've been abusive. I'd rather be alone, to be honest. He interprets that, unfortunately, as me opening up. Maybe I said the wrong things, maybe I didn't, and then you question, did you do something right? Did you not do something right? Did you do something wrong? Nervous, so I'm picking, it's always you think that you're the one in the wrong, you did something wrong, you said something wrong, saying, well, I'm married, I'm whatever, but I want to take you out. So it makes me fucking sick. Why some people fucking get married in the first place? I don't know if I believe in marriage anymore. How all these women hit on them. I don't even know how to write this. I don't know what to do. Fuck this. I came up with the name Elegantly Outrageous for a business when I was about 17 or 18 years old. I was pretty young, and I knew I wanted to do something with it, but I had no idea. But this would have been now about 14 years ago. That's all I see in the world is disgust. I can't see anything good. And I did try to take my life. I didn't give anyone a warning. I just did it. And I'm feeling that way again. I know I've done enough to draw attention to get help, and no help came. So I'm really, really, I would never tell anyone this, suicide hotline or anything, but I've been planning my suicide. Yeah. And at least all of this will mean something, because it'll expose everybody for not doing their jobs. And that would be worth it, because I can't keep doing this. Lack of love after only giving love, I don't feel this life is worth living, because it's not a world I want to be a part of.
Quack, quack.
No.
I'm exhausted from fighting, but if I'm honest, then at least, we can work through this, because we're still in a place where, we need to help each other and each other grow. And that's the thing, I have no energy left. Like, that's why I was suicidal every day, because I'm running on empty. So it's like, in order to save everything, like, you have to, just keep fighting through and work through those conflicts and grow. And I do that through honesty. But I've realized you can only do so much at that time. So if somebody's not open to receiving that type of honesty, and I've tried every tactic, and it takes time. I'm so exhausted.
What is it?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming, Chloe.
didn't even have a memory. So I know I'm blessed. Like, I've had more than a lot of people. That's why I'm doing this. I know where I've had my privilege. That's why I'm doing this. But understand, I have not had a life. And that's not a feel sorry for me. That's me speaking as for all the people who can't have a life because of this broken system. And I had to shove it in your face. And I'm afraid. I'm afraid every day. And I'm getting worse here. Because it's not healthy for me. And the only way I can get healthy is now I have to push through and find success. Because you hurt me every day. I see pain every day. You make me fall in love, right? This spiritual thing, and you fucking just hurt me more and more. So my trust is gone again. You just break my heart every day. So I can't keep doing this. I can't. Because I need to try to end this cycle. I have to do something different. And I've been now in a cycle of talking to a phone, believing I'm talking to people, but I have no evidence of that, and I've had no help.
So won't have a computer for a week. Delay in work again. Ridiculous. Yay. And then I said, call it just sucks my energy. But said I'm in the situation I'm in, and I just have to keep moving forward and doing the best I can. And I'm hoping that I can get the fuck out of this soon. Having to replay like all of the stuff, right? And then I document it so I can make sense of it for my sanity. And then he's telling me I'm the abusive one. I'm abusive. That's how he might, like, when he's last resorts and all of that comes back around. I'm the one doing the constant healing, the constant inner work, the constant things, and understand how abusers abuse. He's heard me say that before. He's told me abusers abuse. You're so abusive. I haven't been able to say anything for 2 years. This is the thing, like, and the actual sickness here is that he believes that. That's why the most dangerous liars on or people on the planet are the ones who don't even know they're lying. And he's one of them. Aaron's one of them. Brian's one of them. Amanda's one of them. Apparently, so are so many of these doctors, and child services, and government workers. Everybody. Until I see some fucking help on this side, everybody. I have the thoughts of suicide. I don't have a plan because I don't know how to do it. And I'm careful in what I say. I just message a suicide hotline because I don't want anyone showing up and then putting me in the hospital and doing what they did to me. So I don't know what to do. It's like my parents are doing this on purpose just to be assholes. There's no other reason. It's just to be assholes. We have another house so we could stay. I'm not allowed to stay in the other house. My sister is. My brother is. I'm not. Why? It's just how it's always been. And they're not staying there just because. They're just because they want to make a point that this is their house. And I don't do anything to... I'm on eggshells all the time. As is. They're I don't know. The plans, the building was supposed to sell. It's not now. That fell through. I don't know anymore. There you go. Just get it together and work or whatever. That's the mental illness. My brain is broken. I'm exhausted. My body is shutting down from stress. I don't know. I can't think straight.
I float around during the day because I'm so unwell. I wish for death. I just wish it would I just want to go to sleep and not wake up. Because it's very clear, like, he sucks all my positive energy. He really does. Because we're not on the same wavelength, and we're never going to be on the same wavelength. It's so much effort, and you shouldn't be around people ever that it's that much effort. I need help. I went for help, and they abused me. St. Joe's Hamilton, you should be so ashamed of yourselves. Dr. Scott McCullough, you should be so ashamed of yourself. Holly Raymond, you should be so ashamed of yourself for running a hospital so terrible. And you're just a fucking minor example of what's happening in the world. Because the educational system has failed. It's a global problem. You ruined my life, but you ruined millions. And doctors know millions of lives and millions of suicides are on your head. So stop looking your nose down and fix it. Stop it. I know I've done that part. But now I have to own it, and I'm scared of that. I'm absolutely afraid, because then you'll know who I really am. And that scares me. Right? Like, I'm sitting in this chair, I'm watching my own videos in the spirit of John Tory, our Toronto mayor comes through. I see them as people. And that could be even, so the next, like to me, people are how I would treat somebody or anything like that. Well, I'm kind to people, whether you're the janitor or the principal or your race, your gender, like, that makes no difference to me. I've noticed my energy can really shift. And that's even feeling an energy through the phone of intentions versus good or not. And I know, like, stalking and different things. There's some with good intentions, some with not good intentions. But I got a message that made me feel like almost like my ex-husband would be trying to set me up. I'm not trying to set anyone up. I'm trying to get justice. And they would see my character has never stalked anyone. I've never stalked him. I've never made up a lie, any of those things. That would actually prove he's stalking me if he tried to do that. My real stuff is real because, like, personal injury, I'm extremely ill. I've been mentally and physically ill, and I'm trying to get well, and it's like digging out of a hole that they're putting me in because of their lies. And that's when I say the truth, and it goes to suicide. So this morning I was supposed to go, even I just got canceled on. She had something else to do for my training. And I go, can I get ready and go to the gym and just train? Like, it killed me physically. Like, I just feel disgusting again. I'm like, and that's where I've been diagnosed with multiple personalities. I understand those personalities so well, and that's where the videos and the documentation has saved my life. And that video and documentation, if I died, would only further prove people's guilt. That's what would give me peace. But I'm trying to live, not die. And ironically, the way I tell the story, if people did the right thing, would be saved. But they still can't seem to do that. They would rather focus on trying to further abuse a human instead of actually ever facing what they did and their consequences in the mirror and just paying a penance. Why can't they do that?